This is great. Hadn't really noticed this before, but there's a little cushion that is on the left and right side of the hood, and I guess it's not something you would really notice, but I guess it used to be stuck right here, and then because we had a freeze last night, looks like it came completely off the hood and stayed stuck here, and this happened on both sides. Not the first time we've dealt with cold weather or ice, but I guess at this point, since it's a 2016 Land Rover LR4, this foam, I guess, has had its day and finally gave up. Yeah, it just completely ripped off. Oh, it's frozen solid. Oh. I'm not 100% sure why that is there. I'm guessing that it was like a insulation or it prevented pass-through of air into this area that goes into the door right in here. So maybe it just blocks this off. This is a 2016 Land Rover LR4 HSE. Something you may never even notice or pay any attention to are these pieces of foam that are down here on the corner of the hood. So this foam piece goes down in there and attaches to the hood. What I noticed is that there's this adhesive with some crosshatch. It's almost like a drywall tape, the string type, not the paper type, but it's got some kind of mesh inside the double-sided tape that was on here holding it to the hood. Car is 6 years old, and we have lived in Washington, Texas, Oklahoma, and now North Carolina with this car. And by living in those states, there has been snow and ice, and never had a problem with these pieces coming off. And it was actually 69 degrees the day before, and then we got some snow, and the high the very next day was 32 degrees. So the snow had melted and got on these, and I think what's contributing to these coming off now, unlike in the past, is this foam was probably not getting soaked or absorbing water. And I think since they've probably been deteriorating over the last 6 years, they're absorbing water, which is what I think contributed to these coming off. So this one came off in one piece. Unfortunately, on the other side, it ripped completely apart. Part of it was on the hood and part of it was still on the side. There's the mesh like tape or double-sided tape I was talking about. But I do think these things were, you can tell that like it's basically crumbling. I think it's had its day and it's done. So I did look these up online. The name for them is plug, and then there's two different part numbers for left and right. I ordered these, found one place that was selling them for $7.74 for each one, and then the shipping was $18. So I kept looking, and then I found a different place that sells them for $6.12, and then the shipping was $9. So I ordered them, and they should be here within the next 8 to 10 days. They more than likely do not come with the double-sided tape to adhere them, So I will have to find some adhesive, or I have some different types of adhesive spray that I can use. Maybe I'll just try that. I ordered these plugs, as they're called, and all they are is the foam inserts that go right up in here on both sides of the hood. After the last freeze we had, the ones that were on here became heavily waterlogged, and I opened the hood and the foam pieces basically ripped right out. This one, passenger side, stayed intact, but the other one pretty much disintegrated. So I ordered new plugs. This one is for passenger side, and this is the CJD 500020. And this will go in here just like this. And the good thing is it does come with double-sided tape. The only thing is there is some double-sided tape residue in there that needs to come off. So I've got this Pro Strength goof off. Hopefully it works in removing the adhesive residue. And at the other side, which is CJD 500030, and that's for the driver's side. These are a little odd when you put them in because they're, you would think it would go exactly with the way the hood's shaped, but it's actually smaller than the area. But this little nub right here helps you get it where it needs to go. But the challenge is going to be getting it in there with the double-sided tape, the little backing removed. I'm going to get this cleaned up and put these back in. I do live in North Carolina. I ordered these from a Land Rover place in Virginia, so you would think that it wouldn't be too difficult to get these expeditiously, but I ordered these around the 9th or 10th of March. Had not heard anything from them in over 10 days. I contacted them. It took them 3 days to reply, and they said that they were short-staffed. I thought maybe that would be something you might want to tell a customer who just placed an order. And then I was told not only were they short-staffed, that they didn't have the part on hand and had to order it from somewhere else. And so they had to wait to get it, which meant I had to wait to get it. So here it is, the 28th of March, and I finally got them. And the place that sent them to me had 2-day priority mail, and I got these 4 days on 2-day priority mail. This string right here that's embedded in the double-sided tape is gonna stick on here no matter how many times you try to clean it. What you have to do is get your fingernail in there and try to scrape it off, because it's going to do its best to prevent you from removing the adhesive residue. So I need to get that off. So now that I got the string and the majority of the glue off, I'm going to use some isopropyl alcohol to clean it up, because it is kind of tacky still, and I don't want it to interfere with sticking the new ones on. Hopefully this can be seen. So I have the foam plug or pad that goes here on the driver's side, and I've already removed the backing on the double-sided tape, and I'm going to show how to put this in without sticking it until you're ready to. So keep it against this side as you slide it up, and then make sure that little circular plug thing goes right in the hole, and then squeeze it into place. go. It is now on there. Pretty simple and easy to do. That one's done. So this side is done as well. And when you close the hood, you will see where this portion of the foam will come into contact here, because this portion will come all, this portion of the hood will come all the way to here. So it's going to force that foam right into this spot right here. Caution if you use anything like Goof Off, this Pro Strength Remover. If you've got it doesn't necessarily affect the paint on the car, but if you have plastic pieces on your car, like the side louvers, you either want to tape those off or cover them and prevent this from getting on there. It will cause the paint to break down and start to peel off. Or, well, whatever you do, don't spray this directly onto the area that needs to be sprayed. The best thing to do is put it on a rag first and then put it up there and hold it there for a little while. Let it do its thing and then go from there. And then just be cautious of any excess on your rag, because it may just drift off and get on your louvers. So just be cautious where you get any of this, especially with those plastic parts that are spray painted, because it will take the paint off. This was a pretty quick project to complete, well, once I got the parts. But if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and or comment. Appreciate it. Support the channel if you can. When you get done with this project, whatever you do, don't just close the hood right away after you put these plugs on, because I mean, it is double-sided tape and sometimes they don't like to stay where you put them, and also because there's a little bit of pressure put on the plug when you close the hood, it's going to force it to go this way. So just leave it open for a little while and then just go back over it to make sure that it, you know, it's adhering well. Just to make sure it's going to stay in place. Let it sit for a while, double check it, and then close your hood.